It's hard to understand the way that you went out. I bet you're living with a little hint of doubt. Maybe next time when you gotta show your hand, you won't cut and run, you'll finally make a stand. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Existential questions always get you down. All you want to know is are we lost or found? Is there something that you feel you need to chase? I bet you thought you'd put me in my place. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. You can run, you can hide, but inside, I'm finally getting to you. Yes, it's true. I still love you, but I am getting to you.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1. Mark.
Welcome back to the Resupply with me, Guy Next Door.
Me, DK.
And me, Than.
Bringing you your weekly double tap of all things Space Marines and Laser Force, and apparently Diablo 3, because that's all anyone ever fucking talks about these days. I joined the voice chat before.
I blame this guy right, right
the
over
other
here.
way.
Or,
You
or
want it? Yeah,
is
there
it
we
this
go.
guy? One of those two guys.
Me, it's my fault.
Hello, everyone. I said on stream actually the other day. I can't remember. I think we were building Lego or something, and yeah, I was saying to Tina that that Than's kind of created some sort of resurgence, or at least some sort of it's hype that I haven't seen since the days of NBA Top Shot. Morgan with the 5-month streak. Thank you very much for the sub. We appreciate all your support, and especially from you Brits, because 2 a.m. go to bed. What he's doing? You can watch this shit on repeat. Yeah.
We are so entertaining that they want to catch us live. That's what's happening here.
That's right. You're in bed, perfect. History professor Dave, go to bed. Thanks, DK.
Okay, I'll go to bed now.
Yeah. Just use the one behind you. It was fine. Record from there.
That's the junk pile, not a bed.
I have one of those, but mine looks more like a chair over that way. Yeah, there seemed to be some sort of mad hysteria going on for a particular video game. And I don't like it because I'm very self-centered and it doesn't involve me at all. So, bah humbug. The NBA Top Shot is where to go.
Hey, just hop up on that pogo stick. It's still early in season 23. You can get in.
Right at the cusp.
I'll power level you, bro.
Could someone hop up on that pogo stick? Because I want that as my new ringtone.
Steve, drop the controls. Hop up on that pogo stick.
I'm gonna have that every time the hydrate bot goes or something. How are we doing?
Latest at least Diablo 3 doesn't involve gambling.
I thought it did.
Glader, have you actually played Diablo 3?
All RNGs is based.
Yeah, I don't think that's an accurate statement in any way, shape, or form. So
literally, one of the ways you get items is by gambling blood shards. So try again.
Oh, I love me some blood shards. Somebody was chanting "spin to win." I think it was you, Than. So, I mean, I'm tempted. RNG isn't gambling unless you use actual money. That's right,
which
like every good church.
Which you
loot
used to be
boxes,
able to,
yeah,
which you used
correct.
to be able to do, but that's a whole other thing. Back in vanilla Diablo 3 when it launched, it was a whole real money auction house thing. It was not good. Anyway,
They're like, oh, we got 12 and 13-year-old kids gambling. We probably shouldn't have that. That seems like a good idea, guys.
We'll wait till they get a little bit older and then take their monies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're addicted now. We'll call it good. There.
Yeah.
We got them hooked like it's tobacco.
That's
so,
definitely
we're
a
all
win.
good.
I say we take
tobacco.
off and nuke the entire site from orbit.
Tales of a Servant. That sneaky little jerk. Right. How was your week, gentlemen? Did you come down off the party that was the 100th episode of the Resupply podcast?
I mean that was all cool, and it was cool that it was your birthday actually on the 100th episode podcast, and my birthday was like a couple days later, so that was cool. Didn't do anything because my birthday fell in the middle of the fucking week, and what the fuck am I gonna do, really?
Okay.
Well, yeah. So like, I still have most of the cake in my fridge. I'm slowly chipping away, but it seems to be everlasting cake because that shit's not going away, which is fine. Except I was finding sprinkles everywhere on my desk, like for the next 4 days after.
Like I said, it's gonna be like you hit the strip club.
So basically, cake sprinkles are like stripper glitter.
I was gonna say, like my cake is like a stripper dessert. Oh, no.
You don't think they're gonna put that on their next website advertisement?
Yeah, rainbow stripper dessert. Also, Maddie, thank you very much for the sub. 10 months. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you very much for the support, man. And everything that you do. We're 94% of the way to a level 1 hype train, which if you want to get to, subs, gifts, or bits to do that, and then you get emotes apparently. Boom, Salesman Steve. Unsubbed, son of a bitch.
I can't claim it.
Yeah, I've still got a lot of cake, and much like you, Than, I didn't end up actually doing anything for my birthday. Well, not that day. There was a couple of things that happened, and then like I had like special Uber Eats that was supposed to turn up and never did. So like I ended up having a mini breakdown. Actually, it was awesome. Where's my pasta?
I would definitely have a breakdown. Like it's my birthday and you didn't even deliver my goddamn food.
Oh, it was so, and like
I would throw a full-on Sweet 16 tantrum about my party being ruined.
I threw my phone at the floor, and then I went to bed. And then what's the best way to I subscribed to my pillow is what happened. It was all very emotional. It's really dumb. But then people
just highly out of character. I mean, Steve's definitely known to be very restrained in his emotional state most of the time.
Yeah,
so.
that's right. Very subcried. There we go. That's way better than subscribed. I subcried myself to sleep, except it was like not even 8:30, and so I wasn't tired. Oh, it was the saddest thing. It was the saddest thing. But you know, that's okay. I had gravy the next day and poutine. It was fucking wicked. Did you subcried yourself to sleep as well, then? It's okay if you did.
I mean, not on my birthday, but it was it was a it was a it was a rough week. I think I mentioned last show because I'd had a therapy appointment like literally the day before, and it was kind of hitting me a little weird. And like, yeah, that appointment just kept hitting and hitting and hitting, and like literally to the point that I was fucked up like the entire weekend, and literally did have like a mini crying meltdown in bed Sunday night into Monday morning. It was fucking terrible. It was not high on my list of things that I wanted to have happen, but I mean,
sometimes you gotta though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta just get that out.
Yeah.
Well, and then my birthday present to myself was another therapy appointment. I literally had a therapy appointment on my birthday.
It's pretty good. Pretty good present. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, totally the gift that keeps on giving. And yeah, just very much a, you know, it's things as they move as things move closer to actually like completing, like, you know, the house is under contract. That's gonna complete. That's gonna close April 23rd. Packing has started on stuff in the house because Julia leaves for Australia May 1st, and her stuff is getting shipped either the 23rd or the 24th. I can't remember the exact date, but like it all has to be like they have to come and pack it. They're coming and packing at it's the 23rd because it's the same day the house closes. So, you know, the movers are coming to pack it and take it away. The divorce decree gets fully submitted.
I say we take off and nuke the entire
30th, so
site
it can be
from
signed
orbit.
off by the courts, like May 4th, May 5th. My new house closes May 17th, and I move May 19th. So there's all these things that are moving to conclusions, and you know, the therapy stuff isn't just hitting like what's happening now. Like there's shit that is being unpacked that is, you know, long-standing and historical. So it's just it is a lot of dealing with a lot of things and changes all at the same time. And yeah, Sunday night was definitely one of those breaking point nights, and the whole sleeping thing is problematic at best right now.
Yeah,
Which only like
fine
makes
there.
things worse too. Like when you're exhausted, like everything else feels more raw.
Well, and you know, funnily enough, it's super weird. Apparently, when you're processing, you know, trauma, grief, and a few other things, apparently that stresses your brain out. Who knew? Like
Been
that's
there.
like, who knew that made things more difficult? But it does. So I guess part of the, you know, obviously I use part of this show now as, you know, talk therapy, and that's what I use Twitch stream as playing Diablo 3 as is talk therapy. But part of the reason for kind of mentioning all that is, if you're doing stuff like this, like this is normal. That's something that I'm having to really kind of process, internalize, that like everything that's happening right now is normal because I'm actually trying to deal with the things. So yeah, just in that whole spirit of normalizing this really difficult and fucked up conversation, or it can be a difficult and fucked up conversation, in the spirit of trying to normalize that. It's like, yeah, if you're going through this is a thing. This is a thing that's gonna happen, and it's okay. Having the random sobbing breakdown because you're processing and trying to purge some of the emotions is normal. It's
because that's the we're done processing right now. It's literally can't process anymore. Just kind of need to explode this out for a few minutes, and then we'll work on the reset.
Yeah. So
my Uber Eats didn't arrive. Oh god.
There has never been like a more convincing definition of first world problems than that.
Where's my pasta?
I ate cake, they didn't deliver my food, and I stormed off to bed.
There was some other stuff mixed in there, but that was kind of the straw, the straw that wasn't delivered to the camel's back.
It's never just that. It's never just that. There's always underlying issues. But when it's like when the breaking point is like something silly like that, you're just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, it was just a lot of processing and trying to come to terms with some things about myself, and really that also that thing of like trying to figure out who and what I am now, because I've been kind of one thing for the last 20 plus years, and now I'm not that thing anymore. And what does that make me?
You're still Than. You're still our Than.
Yeah, I'm still something.
Some of us knew you before 20 years ago. Ooh, God, I can't believe I just said that. But
I can't believe you just said that either.
But you're still cool.
And that's a value judgment that I'm not sure many other people share, but okay.
Laser tag dad.
Yeah.
No, he's laser tag grandpa. I'm laser tag dad.
Like me. I think I might be laser tag mom.
You're like laser tag space case forgot to get the car on the right day, and now we have to get a new hotel room.
Joke's on you. I didn't even book one for the first couple of days.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like when you just mentioned that, like random things making you break down, it was taking me back to 2019, and maybe not my proudest moment of it was the Cedar Point day. So when we drove back to Detroit and stuff like that, and we were all exhausted, and getting to the Airbnb, and the people who own the house not bothering to turn on the air conditioner at all during the day we were going to arrive, and me having like that loft room. And I literally had like a 5-minute freak out. I was just screaming about everything, and all the other people from SAC were just like, "Oh, DK need to chill." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna chill. Been driving all day. It's 1,000,000 fucking degrees in here."
It was that was a real terrible day, considering there was a lot of theme park as part of it.
It was a great day, but it was also kind of terrible at the same time.
Oh, it was rough. Well, kids, it's okay to vent. If you need a vent. Just don't hurt yourself or anyone else in the process.
Yeah, that's definitely been a thing where, because historically, this is going back, 20 plus years. Like there is self-harm in my history, and there's definitely been a couple of like passing moments of you could do that and just focus things. Like no, we're not doing that again. That's
But not a good idea.
That's what
that's
this is
not
for.
Yeah, that is one of the things that this is for. I don't. So fortunately, like those have just been like extraordinarily passing thoughts that were that hit, and we're kind of like, really? No, we're not doing that. So I'm gonna take that as a win. So yeah.
Stuck at a good
Fair.
point. I don't know what your problem was. It was just a little warm. It was awful, is what it was. Yeah. Look, if you're having a rough time, kids, reach out. If your Uber Eats don't turn up and you have to have a meltdown, you have that meltdown. And don't even feel bad about it.
Never would have happened if other Auckland people would have just agreed to play laser tag for G&D's birthday, like they should have. I'm just saying.
Well, look, we actually got to play a little bit this week.
Well, good for you.
Like 10 minutes of it. It was great.
So we and actually like so we played on Tuesday, and it was mostly good, but it was a little bit ruined at the end by this guy forgetting that other people are there also to enjoy themselves. Oh yeah, so there's all sorts of stuff happening in chat that's very distracting. But we got to play. The positives were that like most of the games of Space 5 that we played were highly competitive. They were all super even. It would have been cool if we had another couple of people to play some 6v6, but it is what it is. Shut him down, open up shop. I got you, Russ. Was I meant to play a minute game? No way, man. No way. So yeah, we played highly competitive games. I've realized that I have no more fitness left. And also now I'm starting to have really significant knee problems that reared their ugly head last night on the skate rink, especially when I all of a sudden couldn't put any weight on it. It was wicked. So,
That's fun.
Yeah, I might have to, talk to talk to Traj about his knee guy that he sees.
You can talk to Than about bad knees too. I mean,
That's true.
Yeah, Russ in chat says that his knees make noises. My knees do.
all the noises.
My knees do make noises also. Like it's a thing.
Makes it noise like I got a bad timing belt or something. Clink.
Yeah, so that was fun. But the games were really fun. Gotta maybe start doing some more exercise for later in the year, but we'll get to that. And yeah, just remember, kids, that if you are lucky enough to play Laser Force,
like you are, asshole.
like we are, don't lose sense of what's important. Okay. If people are exhausted, right, because of whatever reasons, and they can't play anymore, just leave them be. Don't go putting that peer pressure on kids, because that's how people end up having a terrible time. So, yeah. Formal apology.
Play one of the other games in the lovely Laser Force catalog that doesn't require 10 players. If you've already played some Space Marines, won't hurt you to try something else new. You never know.
Guilt tripping people is a dick move, so don't do that. Formal apology to you know who you are. You know who you are.
That person.
You sneaky bastard. But yeah, it was pretty fun. It was a good time. So yeah, we were very fortunate to be able to play. And
I saw a lot of green disco shots.
Oh, why? Because of the camera.
Yeah, because that's the only place the camera
Yeah,
was.
I would love to work out some other places where we could put a couple of other cameras, but really, that camera is there specifically because there's always stuff happening there.
Yeah. Fair.
And that gives you a good line of sight shot to usually where the heavy is kind of pointing out of disco. But it's not a great spectator angle, to be fair. We need a 360 cam, is what we need. You know,
Sure.
for when we play those laser tags.
Such a fucking jerk.
Side question: can you explain where that camera is in reference to like other spots in the arena? 360 cam in the middle of disco. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Tales of a Servant. Goldfish. I'll point it out on a map or something at a different point. I can kind of explain. Or there is the 3D walkthrough that Demihawk built. Which is a playable 3D rendering of the main, so you can actually walk around in first person and get a sense of where you are in the arena. So maybe we'll point out that angle of the camera on there at some point. Not today though. It's near a tunnel. Don't use the tunnels. Tunnels are terrible.
Yeah, you big cheater, Russ.
Big cheater, Russ.
Or hey, you could just fly Mischief out and have him make some sick videos for you.
Speaking of which, happy New Zealand birthday to you, I believe, Mischief. I think it's his birthday today/tomorrow. So, if I remembered that correctly, thank you, Facebook. Happy birthday,
Yeah,
mate.
I have no way to know what people's birthdays are anymore since I got rid of Facebook. So I don't know how old anybody is. Who knows what's going on?
It's pretty funny because people who get rid of Facebook are the new vegans, as in they will tell you that they got rid of Facebook.
I will preach this word.
I don't know if I told you or anything, but
I don't know if I told you.
But I got rid of Facebook, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know birthdays. You went on Facebook today for 5 minutes and got so mad. That sounds
don't
about
do it, bro.
right. Sounds about right.
Don't do it. Just wallow in your sense of superiority that you feel the other 23 hours and 55 minutes a day.
You got so mad at Baden? Oh, we're not even going to talk about that.
Somebody told me he got like banned or something.
Yeah. We're not talking about that today. That's not a conversation. You want to have that conversation? You take it outside.
But speaking of, we have some social media promotions to do here at the Resupply.
Okay, so segue like a boss. Look,
For your shitty fucking product.
it might be preaching to the converted a little bit here, and I'm not going to do the voice then. But if I have some plans in the work. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm an ideas guy. I have ideas.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't execute
Really?
very well. Case in point, last week's quiz. Apparently factually inaccurate. But I've got some ideas, and some of them involve having a decent social media presence. I think that most of the people in here probably already follow us on our social media accounts, but if you don't, could you specifically please head to our Facebook group, head to our YouTube, and head to the Twitter and give all three a follow if you could. I'm trying to build up numbers so I can take them to some events, and we can basically enter events as a media presence, and that way we can cover some external events that are nerd adjacent. Is that probably the best way to describe some of these things?
Sure.
Or at least laser tag enthusiast adjacent. Press pass for G&D. I mean, not just for me, but yeah, for me. But if we got big enough that we could, send these two out into the field, which would be amazing. I kind of like to be able to do that as well. But there are some events coming up that I would like to do. And see if we can go about becoming correspondents. Morgan, need a UK correspondent, maybe.
Looks like you just volunteered.
Excellent. You got the job. We need some references though.
That was a rigorous interview process right there.
I'm also thinking about coming over to Melbourne to go to PAX later on this year, and if we can make that happen, then I'll try and work in some content at the same time, and whether that looks like live streaming from the event, which is a little difficult, but I think we could make something happen, or we just film and create some content for the YouTube page. Either way, I think that'll be pretty cool. But
alongside 9,000 other nerds that are streaming for their channel.
Yeah,
It's just everybody with like their phone or a camera.
Yeah, all of whom have far more followers than we do, but that's fine. Yeah, so if anyone in Melbourne might have a couch, hook us up. I get it. You have a podcast. We do have a podcast. So yeah, if you could do us a favor, go follow the socials, please. And while you're at it, you tell 3 people, right? Okay, and then they go and tell their 3 people, okay, and then they tell their 3 people.
This is the literal pyramid scheme.
Told you, no pyramid scheme, Steve.
GoPro and some duct tape. What are you planning on doing, Pickles?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's a secret. It's a project I'm working on. Right. Speaking of traveling,
you motherfuckers.
There's some stuff that happened this week. another MLM by Steve. Do you have a full spare empty room with a bed and everything? I'm there. I'm right there with you, Hoodie. I'd appreciate it.
I mean,
the room isn't empty once Hoodie comes into it and
exactly.
crawls in the bed next to you, but
Melbourne's a cold place in the middle of the year. Just saying. I would welcome the cuddles.
That's fair.
So speaking of going to Australia and then also maybe coming back from Australia, there was some big news that happened this week, which actually affects us. Hoodie would just keep you warm. Hey, Bridgie, what's going on? You fucking better. Platonic heat cuddles? Nothing platonic about that.
Hey, save it for D&D, buddy.
So, big news. We got a couple of new... Oh, you bloody legends. Get on that Twitch. Yeah, big news. We got a travel bubble happening. And it's happening very, very soon. So as of, I think... Damn, I should have looked up the dates.
April 19th.
April 19th.
There you go.
The borders between Australia and New Zealand will open up. And people can travel between the two countries isolation-free.
Correct.
So...
Except for Western Australia, because Perth is not part of the bubble yet.
Honestly, anytime we talk about Australia, don't even consider Perth, which is probably bad.
Except for Perth.
WA have come on board.
Okay.
I still feel
Fair
different.
enough.
You gonna touch them? Yes. So, do you think west of Melbourne? Nah, bro. Nah. There's a laser force scene, sort of. But it is what it
Probably
is.
some kangaroos and snakes and such, too.
So, I don't know. Am I able to tell that story on on air, Bridgie? Because if I am, I'm going to tell the shit out of it, because DK will be very happy to hear. So anyway, it does mean that... Ooh, okay, I'll say that to the end. It does mean that Australia and New Zealand's now, from a Laser Force perspective, have some options. Thank you, Pickles, very much for the follow. Appreciate it. I've already been in discussion, well, even before the travel bubble, with
Or into the announcement that we had this conversation.
What's that?
I think it was literally 1 hour into the news breaking that we started having that conversation.
So actually, I started having it like the week before, and then the bubble got announced. I was like, well, that's handy. But we are going to look at doing something. and what that something looks like, I'm not really 100% sure yet, but I figured like we can speculate the shit out of it. And it kind of ties into, you know, the discussion we were having a couple of weeks ago around, you know, how to run a tournament, what your options are, etc., etc. How many refugee slots? Have you got your shots? I think you do, don't you?
He does, yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
If you must,
Both of us do.
your
Well
hair
said.
must be like this long to get into my team.
I think he's got that covered.
Perfect. Me and you,
To
Russ,
be honest.
all the way. We can't huddle too close together if we're in the resup though, because we'll no doubt get tangled and then become one person.
Yeah, don't cover your shoulders with your fucking hair, you hippies.
Maybe that's what was happening on Tuesday. You're in two, Goldfish. Excellent. Yeah, your hair qualifies you. Brilliant. To become one with you in the dark. This is a very sexual show today. I'm getting offers all over the place.
We're getting to Resupply After Dark territory now.
It's after dark somewhere. It's fine.
You'll just wait.
Yep.
Just wait until I tell you what happened with Bridgie. You'll be. Oof. So, but yeah. So it does bring up some interesting options. Your Starkiller's got long hair too. That's awesome. Photos.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I'm actually having a hard time picturing Starkiller with long hair because I've never seen him with long hair.
Please,
ever.
photos. Please.
You know where you should put that.
Yeah, like
Boom. Yeah, so I was talking to Al and Traj, and I don't know if they've, as you do, I don't know if they've done anything just yet, but speculation is that we will try and do some sort of laser tag event, most likely in Auckland, later on in the year, and I think that probably looks like either September, October, November kind of territory. So yeah, that's very exciting news. I'm very excited about the prospect of people coming over.
I mean, you should be, because that's fucking awesome. Like, that is definitely one of the like, kind of as soon as that was announced, it was literally first thing that ran through my head when I heard it was like, oh, yep, okay, so when is there going to be something? When are people actually going to decide? Okay, yep, we're hopping across. We're gonna do a thing. We don't know what the thing is yet, but it's been too long since we've seen our friends, and we just want to see people. So, does kind of beg some. It does actually beg some interesting questions as to, you know, how you're gonna do the thing though. You know, there's the argument for making it, you know, something like we did, like we just did in St. George, where it was literally just a social break different teams each day, just let people get reps and have fun with all these different teams. And then there is also the argument for, fuck it, it's been a long time since we've done something serious. Let's do something semi-serious as well. So, yeah.
Well, so I think the major difference there is that at least Brisbane play on a regular basis. So they don't need the reps as such. They get to play, you know, on the reg. So having it as just purely like a members week or whatever, you know, is probably not going to scratch the itch that some of them need scratching. You know what I'm saying? The Melbourne player base is probably different, and I know that that at least one of the two Sydney-based Kiwis has already expressed interest in coming home. He said he's coming home anyway at some point, so you know, might as well play some lasers while that happens. Stallion has just said gonna come up for it, which is excellent. That gives you plenty of months to get your members night off the ground and build a full team from Wellington, Stallion. But I think it'll probably be a random draw. it'll be something along the lines of a random draw. So, whether or not that's teams of 6, or we try again with the teams of 3 concept, which I really liked, especially from the point of view, it's got such a good mix of keeping the competition competitive, being able to play with a bunch of randoms, well, not randoms, but different people every game. Obviously there is a consistent, you've got 2 consistent teammates, but it is a very good way to do a competition.
Yeah.
I'd support that.
And
From
then
afar.
and then however we work out levels, because that's the other thing, is working out, all right, so how do you work out your team of 3? Do you do it on a salary cap? Do you just let anyone go with whoever they want to play with? Do you fully randomize the teams of 3? I don't know. It's an interesting prospect, but I think if we have it, it'll likely be at least 3 days. I'd imagine if people are going to come internationally, they'd prefer to probably pay for the full week. But having it later in the year does mean that it's not going to be in winter like it often is when we have Australasian-based competitions. You wanted 3 team? Wait, who are you 3 teaming with?
Yes. He's not picky.
Especially for us Melbourne players, many of us not played for years, hard to figure out our standing. That's exactly right, and it's the same issue that we ran into with Stallion when he came up for the competition, is that we ranked him way too low. At least for the first 2 days. Day 3, those creaky old knees starting to seize up a little bit.
Funny how that works.
But he wasn't the only one, so I shouldn't single him out. But yeah, trying to get a good fix on who what rankings people should go is a difficult prospect. Wasn't that he's just fitness? Yeah. And I like me too, and I play on the regular, so I have I don't know what my excuse was. But that's the big news that's happening down this side of the world. I hear that something also happened in your neck of the woods, DK.
It's not necessarily laser tag related, but I think it could be a sign of laser tag related things to come. Is that the governor of California basically set a goal for reopening the state, whatever that means exactly, but wants to have basically all counties, all facilities open by June 15th. So that would mean over our summer, maybe there will be more things opening up. Now, of course, we don't have laser tag here in the state of California because that's, too difficult to pull off. But hopefully that is kind of a sign that other places, St. George, Loveland, Syracuse, Detroit, will maybe start opening up more, and we have a little bit more opportunity for travel to put together some other kind of regional thing for us, because obviously the prospect of a full internationals with the U.S. crossing over to your neck of the woods this year is not going to happen. But if you guys could have a regional and we could have a regional, kind of like we did way back in the day where there were separate nationals that didn't talk to each other, and then maybe next year we have a good international tournament, reunion of sorts, if you will, then that'd be great.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the way things are heading. It's very, very unlikely that there'll be the potential for American players to travel down to Australasia without obviously isolating for 2 weeks. And even then, I don't even know if you guys are allowed to travel here. Is that how it kind of works?
Not.
I mean, our government would let us travel there, but
yeah, the answer to that question is not really. The immigration regs right now in both Australia and New Zealand for people traveling from the U.S. are pretty pretty stringent. Like even if you're an Australian citizen trying to travel to New Zealand, I mean, obviously, like coming from the States, New Zealand still goes, no, you can't do that. Go away. So
Everybody gotta get your shots. Get your
Yeah.
shots, folks.
Yeah. But I mean, it does, you know, leave the door slightly ajar for the possibility of doing something as a full community next year. And that's kind of what I'm optimistically looking forward to, is if we can get through this year and things like for the whole calm down, you know, after people got their shots and, you know, etc., then next year I don't see why we couldn't go back to Auckland 2022. And it doesn't
cross
have
those fingers.
it doesn't quite have the same kind of ring. Yeah, as like, you know, 20th anniversary. Did someone say random draw?
Yes,
but-
Rusty, he did.
Just busting here like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But it does, you know, that's 20 years after Auckland hosted their first Nats, so maybe that's a little poetic.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, it's gonna be Auckland 2020. Now it'll just be Auckland 2022 Electric Boogaloo.
So, with Trans-Tasman Bowl only, if it frees up MIQ space for people from elsewhere. Yeah, exactly right. And, you know, all of this is assuming that, like, you know, stuff doesn't change, which I have a feeling that what will happen is we'll see an increase in cases in New Zealand to Auckland to G&D Furious. Love it. Yeah, but, you know, hopefully once that initial, like, increase in cases settles down, then it sort of stabilizes a little bit. New Zealand might get a second case. Don't be jealous. I can
Yeah,
tell.
see, that's the thing that we were talking about before the stream. Is like, if there's two cases that cross the Sea of Tasman to get in between your countries, they'll be like, nope, shut the border down. We gotta just quarantine this off. We're like, no, we're reopening June 15th. If anything happens after that, sorry, we tried, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
I love how you put it, like the Sea of Tasman. I've never heard it put like that before.
Yeah, that was very odd.
Epic.
With an odd way
To cross the
of
Sea
phrasing
of
that.
Tasman.
Is that like not what you call it? I thought that's why it was the Trans-Tasman bubble.
Yeah, Trans-Tasman. We call it Trans-Tasman, or like just
Or just the Tasman.
the
As
Tasman.
in across the Tasman.
Yeah, across the Tasman. But you were like the Sea of Tasman, which I've never heard it referred to before as the Sea of Tasman. Was
Well,
great.
maybe you guys should start calling it that.
I'm definitely going to start calling it that. Yeah, or the ditch. That's exactly right. We call it the ditch. You know, because we're lazy.
Obviously.
But yeah, so we're hopeful, and I mean there's one site that's semi-competitive in California that could potentially host something. There's been a guy actually from, I think it's a guy, I shouldn't assume, from Oregon, who's been watching some of the Laser Force live streams, looking for somewhere to play. So hopefully they can hook up with, I don't know, whatever scene ends up kicking off.
One of the Portland sites.
What's that?
Send me, if it is one of the Portland sites, send me a message on Discord and see if we can set something up in the summer, because I think yours truly will probably be making what was the annual trip up to Oregon probably late July, early August this year, since I didn't get to do it last year.
Wicked.
And yeah, if I could actually play some meaningful laser tag up there, that'd be awesome, because I've played one game at both sites and they were very small public games, basically just me walking around the arena, but it was cool.
UK 2024? Heck yes. If things calm down, if things do calm down, I think the order of interest has gone Auckland, St. George, the UK. Why not? I'd love to travel to the UK to play.
Dibs yet.
Yeah, exactly. You get on, you go, just right now, there's your bid. That's the UK bit for 2024. I was lazy and didn't travel away from London when I was in the UK last, so we didn't get to play over there, which is a shame. But depends when the Thunderdome is ready. What?
As in
Thunderdome?
Thunder's site.
Oh yeah.
George. Yeah, but by 2023, I think we should be able to do a multi-site tournament there.
Hopefully, that'd be amazing. But yeah, so that's kind of the news. I think the stuff that's been going on in the world, which is super exciting. I know I'm excited about it.
Yeah, big RIP to DMX and also some other rap star named Prince Philip. I don't know who this rap star guy is, but you know,
the old Prince Philip. That's the thing. I didn't even hear about that until just now. Dude, you know, he's old and stuff. Like real old.
Not DMX. We're not
like,
talking about.
He's like royalty.
He was not old. He just had some hard living.
Prince Philip, I think he was 99.
99.
So, it's like, I mean, yes, he was. I mean, he had a good innings.
He got 10 bonus years, really. Well, maybe 15 even if you want to push it a little bit. But that's a royalty thing. Apparently, they know the secret to longer. I shouldn't say. I said too much already.
Called not being a peasant.
He's a literal Nazi. That's weird.
Nazi. Russ, are you drinking? Put it down.
Rusty, if it's random draw, I would love playing. No, can someone try and decipher that?
Rusty is also drunk, so there you go.
I would love with playing made no more than once. Me too. Sometimes
I think he means playing medic. Playing medic.
Oh,
yeah. See, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. I was so lost. I would live playing. I like how you just putting things in capital letters doesn't make it clear. Damn it. I would live with playing medic. Oh no, that makes sense. More than once. So that's the thing. Like, it's the young to stay alive, but the pregnant lady of the family left, so he died. What is happening?
I have no idea.
Am I having a stroke?
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know. Maybe I can't read anything properly.
I think Chad is.
Fish says that she requests a tourney where Steve-O, Baden, and Rusty are all position locked to medic.
I'm okay with that. That means I have to run. No.
Be awesome.
I mean, it's not necessarily I have to run less. I'd be alright with that. It means that I only have to play like half of each game. It'd be wicked. You're not coming. Yeah, so I mean, if we do play, I would love to play a random draw with like the Australasian community because there's some there's some players we've talked about in the past. We go to these competitions and usually at a nationals, we're playing high level competitive play, but we never get to really play with the players that we gather with. We might play, Glader.
Band.
Oh goodness me.
Oh, Glader.
Yeah, we fuck, I don't even know what I was talking about. This is terrible.
No, I think I know where you were going with that. You get to play these games at a high level with people in their God damn it, Russ. You get to play games with these people, seeing them in their standard high level positions. You never really get the opportunity to just randomly play games with them in positions that you don't normally see them in. And so playing a random draw for something like this gives you that opportunity to see some really weird and fucked up lineups that you would never otherwise see, and some team combinations if you're doing the teams of three thing that you would also never see. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that's definitely got a lot of positive value as as far as the potential way to run whatever thing happens. I mean, having the random draw is, just great on its own. But adding that extra element of the 3v3, even though it does, increase the admin work and the potential that somebody might fuck up a position somewhere along the line.
That never happens.
Nope, not ever. It's worth doing.
One of my favorite. One of my favorite. You can't say penis.
I say we take off and nuke the entire
Oh,
site.
that's it. You're
from
muted,
orbit.
Steve.
How much? One of my favorite Nationals memories was in Auckland. We played Australia versus New Zealand game. What a weird threat. That's it. I'm getting KFC.
Okay, but you have to get some for the rest of the class.
That's right. Got to share. We did win. That was an awesome game, and I would love to see more stuff like that. It's just players that don't normally play together, that get to play, a game or a match together, and see what the outcomes are. Being New Zealand, of course, you're a Kiwi. None of this Australian stuff. Actually, we've talked about it. Have we talked about the what if stuff? Should we? I don't think we did. Should we talk about that as an upcoming?
I think we teased it. So go ahead and just make the pitch.
So coming up in the next couple of weeks, we were sitting around having a yarn as we do, and it got me thinking about the what if comic series. I think Marvel did, and so discussing hypotheticals. And one of the I don't know if I should say what the hypothetical was, but we're gonna come up with a bunch of hypothetical situations. What if such and such did such and such, or what if Nats was held here this year instead of there, or what if this team had a one instead of that one, whatever. What if? You thought he was saying water? Fucking.
Racist.
What if sucks?
Speaking of water.
Yeah. Cheers. So, we're gonna do a couple of episodes where we talk about what if scenarios, and
Nice enunciation.
thank you.
Yeah, that was
What
perfect.
if?
Well done.
I actually, opened my mouth to say those things. It was
In a very un-Kiwi-like manner.
yeah, we don't know. It's just talk like this. Don't even enunciate nothing. But what I do want to do is extend the suggestion box out to the community. So we'll talk about our scenarios. We'll probably go through a half a dozen or whatever. But if you want to add to the fun and come up with some scenarios, feel free to chuck them in the Discord. What if there was no Corona? What a question. What if Jacinda played Commander in 2018? She would have shut the game down 2 minutes in because one person died.
Like Fredo.
Yeah.
What if they got good?
What if they got good? What if Guy Next Door stayed skinny all throughout his 20s and 30s? What if? His knees would
For the
still
break,
work.
we'll tell you what would have happened if G&D had stayed skinny.
Oh, Luigi.
We should call instead of WandaVision, we should call it Gin Division.
What if
G&D
G&D
vision.
bought travel insurance? Which year? Talking about
Any of
2010,
them.
Yeah.
If G&D had bought travel insurance on the first trip, we would not have this great meme now.
That's exactly right.
Change anything, it just would have meant he would have hung out at the hospital for a week instead of hanging out in the hotel bed. For
Look,
a week.
I might have
Probably
been
not any
sweet
different.
when we went to Vegas instead of relapsing back into once I hit the dry desert air, my whole throat closed off. What if G&D hadn't to fall off the treadmill? I don't even want to think about that reality. What if the chair had been bolted down? Still would have thrown it.
What if they remembered to backtrack?
What if they remember to backtrack? So chuck them in.
Then their medic might not have been dead.
Chuck them up in the Discord because part of doing that show is gonna be throws building I don't know if King is like that strong. He can catch a whole building subtly. Yeah, and we'll talk about some of your hypotheticals. We've got some, I think, some good ones. We'll see. Probably
A
not
good
as,
one.
huh?
I got a good one.
I got a good one. I've got a good one. It involves a certain guy in chat, and you know, you can speculate who that is. But that'll happen in the
We've
next
already
couple
talked
of weeks.
about having 3 teams with Hoodlum in chat, so I don't know who you could be referring to.
What if Than was his third?
No, I don't want to think about that anymore, Russ. So,
What if
but thanks for rubbing salt in the old wound.
is DK? What if we made lineup changes in 2017? Well, maybe Yama's knees would also still work. Maybe.
Get good.
Get good. It's like a, but yeah. So there's some fun stuff coming up. So you know, keep hanging out with us because 100 episodes in, we're definitely not stale. Definitely not stale.
I don't know if that's accurate, but okay, we can pretend.
Yep. I mean, there's only so many times you can scrape the bottom of the barrel and still keep going. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about today? I mean, we've been gone an hour. Oh, fucking damn it. That's a way better name.
Laser Force 101.
Laser Force 101.
We kind of mulled that over, but it was like, I don't know. It was too on the nose.
DK was like, what's a good thing to do with 101 Dalmatians we can, you know, play on, and then all of us were bereft of any good ideas. So.
We were just like,
yeah. DK pretending they didn't any prep. Hey, look here, mate. We do lots of prep, just not today.
there was prep that went into talking about the show. We're like, it'll be fine. We're going to talk about stuff reopening.
Did I ask you guys what you thought of the quiz? I can't remember.
No. I loved it. I won, therefore it was a great quiz.
I had a bunch
using
of...
my students' logic, if I did good, the quiz was well written. If I did poorly, it was a bad quiz, and
quiz.
You should give me a new assignment.
So I was having my emotional moments, plural, of the you know, early stages of last week, and oh, it's gone. Oh, my brain shut down.
Well,
while you're quiz.
While you're trying to remember,
yeah,
quiz.
Fish made a comment. You know, 10 minutes is a lot of prep. Yes, for us, sometimes that is indeed a lot of prep. Sometimes.
Look, I put 3 weeks worth of prep into last week's 100th episode. However, as Morange deemed necessary to point out, there were some factual inaccuracies with some of the answers in the quiz.
Fake news. Fake news. Steve did his homework.
Yeah. Did you listen to all 100 episodes? I didn't either, but whatever. So yeah, he was right. There was I'd forgotten about a couple of other injuries, which I can't even remember what they were now. They must not have even been that good.
In fairness, like the general feeling of the question was still correct. The point is, Kiwis can't stay healthy through a tournament. They're gonna get sick and injured. They should just be culled from the herd. You know, it's just, it is what it is. No wonder you guys had to shut down your borders.
I'm one of those. Shit.
Yeah, I know. You're the worst of them.
Oh, fuck. Patient 0. Although, not really, because Virus was I think, was Patient 0.
He's literally named Virus.
He's literally named Virus. Hell no, what are we talking about? I don't know. We're just grasping at straws, mate. We just try to keep playing. So, actually, seeing as you're here, Tales of a Servant, you sneaky jerk, did you miss any game time after your head injury? I can't remember. Somebody said that you did, and I assumed that you did. Huh?
Well, neither can he.
Yeah, it's gone.
Concussion
Head injury, Joe.
Yeah, you didn't, right? That's what I thought. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? We probably should have come up with at least 2 more things. I mean, I try to talk for way longer on this travel bubble, but I get nothing from you two, so.
You need to get
Gee,
nothing from us, too.
surprise. Ooh, look at me. Oh, I get to play laser tag in other countries. My name's Guy Next Door.
Yeah, look at me. I get to. I'm gonna travel to Melbourne and I'm gonna see friends and I'm gonna play some laser tag and it's gonna be cool. And then oh shit, they're gonna come to New Zealand. They're gonna play laser tag here, and it's gonna be all this fucking laser tag being played in multiple fucking countries because fuck you. Because that's why. Because fuck you.
Wipe the sprinkles off my face. I feel that's a fat joke. Fuck you, man.
Meanwhile, we just keep like literally driving out to the middle of the desert so we can go play laser tag over here in the States.
With the burning bush and everything, yeah.
Correct.
When did Than turn into Cartman? Slips in and out.
Approximately 1999 is my recollection.
Oh, oh my god, you would respect my motherfucking authority. Jesus fucking Christ, though.
You don't have the gels for it. You need to pack on at least another 20 pounds to pull it
Steve,
off.
give him the rest of the cake.
Hey, no, I am actually literally down 30 pounds since I peaked out.
Oh my god, I'm down. I'd lose weight.
Yeah, just add significant stress and mental anguish to your life, Steve, and maybe you can lose some weight too.
I'm right there. It's packed all on top.
Yeah, that's a two-edged sword, though. It could go either way. You gotta be careful.
Certainly went the other way with it. Just take up
smoking
G&D. I kind of have a little bit.
Not cigarettes, though.
Not cigarettes, though. So, oh, there was one last story. So I get a text. I don't know if I should tell the story. I get a text yesterday.
I promise it's a story. It's supposedly about like a threesome you're having with Hoodie, but you know.
I get a text from Hoodlum. Hoodlum, can I tell the story? Bridgie already said yes. Can I tell it? If I can't, you just say the word. Say no, Steve-O, no. Slips in and out of Cartman. Yuck. Before we get to the story, just a quick public service announcement. Tomorrow on the Resupply, we will be playing our first D&D session for quite a number of weeks, and possibly the last one that we'll see on the channel.
All but a big lead up to the probably finale. We'll see.
The probably finale.
It's the death of Tudor. If the draft said it's okay, awesome. I'm gonna put a spin on the story. So yeah, come hang out with us tomorrow, starting from around about the same time. Well, not exactly the same time. It's your story, but I'm starting to doubt if he told you accurately. We'll see. We're not much for fact checking around here.
Yeah, to be fair, it is Hoodie, and you kind of have to take everything that comes out of Hoodie's mouth or text with a grain of salt.
Just narrative telephone.
But yeah, come hang out during D&D tomorrow. Is Tudor finally gonna drown? I fucking hope not.
Or ascend to godhood. One of the two.
Yeah, one of the two, up or down. We'll see what's gonna happen. So I'm sitting there last night, right, watching the Warriors play the rugby leagues, and I get a text from Hoodlum, and it went. Hang on, I'll find the exact one because it's worthwhile. It went, "Hey bro, what the hell?" or something to that effect. And I was like, "Oh, what's happened? What did I do?" And yeah, he said, "Fuck, where is it?" Cool story.
This is a video, by the way, just Steve checking his texts.
Yeah, this is a terrible fucking story right now, bro. Like,
Damn, let's start talking about Diablo 3 again. Steve loves
Oh
that.
yeah, here's what it said. It said, "What the hell, bro?" And I was like, "What happened? What did I do?" And he's like, Bridget had a dream about you." And And I said, "Oh, poor girl.
Don't we all?
It's
Yeah,
terrible."
Don't we all?
that's fair.
But not only was your all power guy next door in the stream, but a certain green-headed fella, Fireball DK, was also in the stream. And what happened was me, you, and Bridgie teamed up in the 3-a-side Space Marines tournament, and we took down the whole thing. No, Eiffel Tower, maniac. She had a lovely dream where she finally met the both of us and we ran a relay race together or something, is what he put, which I instantly thought was not even a little bit accurate, because there's no way this guy is doing any sort of track racing at all ever. So it definitely was a dream. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if relay race is a euphemism for something, but it is what it is. Why is stuff getting deleted?
We're trying to keep a lid on this drunken man who's alone in his house over here.
Anyway, what a great way to
Got
end
too
the
much
show.
power.
Is there anything that you guys want to talk about before we end this horrible train wreck of a podcast?
Did we win? I mean, obviously, if the three of us can team up, obviously we'd smash the competition, right?
Bridgie, did we win the relay race? I hope so. And who were we relay racing against? Hoodlum said that every time he comes home, Bridget is watching, VODs of episodes of streams that we have on the Resupply channel here. So, no wonder we
Good.
take up residence up there.
But we finally found the person who's doing that.
I do feel bad for Than because he wasn't included. It's nice to include Than sometimes, Bridgie. So, if you want to throw the old dog a bone, he's right here.
Are we just not doing phrasing anymore?
Not even a little bit. This is on hold. Than, what have you got coming up this week? Have you got any streams planned?
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, that would involve me planning, and I just kind of stream whenever I feel like. So I guarantee at some point this week, and actually probably later tonight, there's going to be more Diablo 3 streaming on my channel with my hardcore monk who is still stuck in T5 because reasons.
Because you don't want to die and waste your months of progress on that character. Because like a real sickie, you decide to play hardcore and you're like, oh, this will be fun. Let me just have this character that might vanish into the void because my internet hits a glitch.
I had a very, very nervous moment.
I saw the clip.
Where like everything just froze and it was like, fuck, no, could we not die? And yeah, it was pretty. It all ended up fine. Obviously, I have enough health and toughness that didn't damage me, but there was definitely about a 3 to 4 second pause of, well, is this how my character dies? This is really gonna suck.
Why I won't touch hardcore. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna be able to do it.
This is the part of the stream that like guy next door doesn't know anything about, so just tunes out.
Bro, we literally just watch you check your text. I think we're not exactly scraping the top of the quality content here.
Hang on, where's my M&Ms? Here we go.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the new part. You guys can watch me eat M&Ms.
Yep, and with any luck on stream this week, I'll get back into Whimsydale and get to slaughter unicorns and teddy bears, because that's always super fun in Diablo to slaughter unicorns and teddy bears.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
And punching clouds to get DBs.
And punching clouds to get DBs. It's fantastic.
So if you want to watch Than's acid trip, join him over at
it literally is like acid trip.
Exclamation Than. Can you have an M&M? No, Smalley, you can't. This is mine. If you were here, I'd share them with you.
Stallion does ask, if I didn't think the character was going to die, why name him Born to Die? One, because it's a great fucking Seven Dust song. And two, at some point this character is going to die. Like,
it's one of those ironic names, like Tiny.
Yeah, that's just the reality.
Gee,
At some point, this character is going to die, but
Right.
mostly because it's a really fucking awesome Seven Dust song. So that's really more the reason I did it. So yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
There you
There's
go.
the answer.
There is the answer. If you want to hear more nutty tales about unicorns or something, whatever's in this thing, exclamation Than in chat. Go give Than a follow. Are you affiliated yet with Twitch?
I'm 6 follows away from being affiliated.
Really? If you haven't already followed, then could you please pop over? I mean, this doesn't help with with getting me into events or anything. But if you want to give him some love, go give him a follow over on Twitch.
But on occasion, I enjoy helping other people, says Steve.
Yeah, if it's not self-serving, I'm not that into it. But actually, it'd be awesome to be able to get Than affiliated. So if you haven't already followed him, could you do so, please? And that way you can, I don't know, get double revenue or something from Twitch. Bullshit. I don't even get a cut. See, that's how much I love you, bro. Not even getting paid to do this, and whatever.
I appreciate you, Steve. Yeah, I
Quite the humanitarian.
You click
I
follow.
definitely want to get that. I definitely want to get that affiliate, so I can make tens of cents per stream, if that. So
You make more
Just
than that. Hashtag not sponsored.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's bullshit, isn't it? Let's get the fuck out of here. I've had enough of this show. I'm gonna go eat M&Ms.
Eat M&Ms, and I'm gonna get back to prepping for D&D to make the last episode memorable.
And cake? Nah, cake might be on the way out. I don't know. It's a week old now. It's been in the fridge.
Homer, I found this behind the radiator. I really think you should throw it away.
Steve dropped the controller. Bit on Spotify.
I mean, that's not wrong. Spotify payouts are fucking terrible.
Someone on
And
the
I'd like to be alone with the cake. Are you going to eat it? Yes.
I mean, I've got sprinkles stuck to my feet as we speak, so maybe I should vacuum in here. It's like a hairy sprinkle storm, like in and around the my work area. I was saying before, there's plenty of hair tumbleweeds that blow around this.
Hey, Frank.
Title of your sex tape, a hairy sprinkle storm. On that note, I've been Guy Next Door.
I've apparently been DK.
And I've been fan.
Always remember to clean up your hairy sprinkle storm, folks. We will see you next week. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Wait.
That's how we get ants.